He grew up in a one-bedroom house with 13 other people, where dreams weren't discussed because survival came first, but even in that chaos, Inky Johnson carried a fire in his chest, a voice in his head that kept whispering, "You're meant for more." So while others were sleeping, he was running; while others gave up, he was grinding, because he didn't want to escape life, he wanted to transform it, not just for himself, but for every soul in his family that never had the chance. Football became his mission, his lifeline, his way out, and every drop of sweat, every mile, every sacrifice was made with the belief that one day, he'd play in the NFL, and he got so close that he could feel the stadium under his feet, hear the crowd, taste victory, until one hit changed everything, one tackle that left his right arm paralyzed forever. Just like that, the dream shattered, and silence followed. Not outside, but inside, the kind of silence where doubt screams the loudest, but instead of drowning in regret, he stood up with one arm and an unbreakable heart, and he said, "God didn't take my dream, He gave me a new purpose, because you can lose everything and still rise if your mindset is built from pain and purpose." And Inky's voice became louder than the roar of any crowd, because he wasn't just talking about motivation. He was motivation. He didn't read strength from a book, he earned it from suffering, and that's why people listened, because every word he said was soaked in truth, every sentence was a battle won. And now, when he speaks, he shakes souls, not because of a story of loss, but because of what he chose to become after the loss, because courage isn't walking through fire. It's choosing to walk again after being burned, and Inky walks every single day with purpose in his limp and power in his pain, reminding us all that your setback isn't your end, it's your beginning, that sometimes God doesn't give you what you want because He's preparing you for what you need. And Inky was prepared, not for the NFL, but for life, and now his legacy isn't a touchdown, it's transformation. And every person who hears him walks away believing that they, too, were born for more. Not because life is easy, but because strength is real when it's earned, and Inky earned every scar, every stage, every ounce of impact with a broken body but a bulletproof spirit.